Alright, welcome back. In this video I'm going to go through some more advanced modeling using Onshape. I'm going to start by clicking Create, Document, labeling mine. I'm using AM5. You can label it whatever you'd like. First thing I notice with this part is that we are in millimeters. So I'm going to go to these three lines here, go to Workspace Units, where it says inch. I'm going to switch to millimeters and hit the green check. I'm going to do a sketch. My front view, again, it does not matter which one you start with. And then left hand side, I'm going to click these planes off and look directly at my front view. All right, I'm going to do this one in 3 steps. I'm going to start out by creating this shape here. Then I'm going to create this bottom box. And then I'm going to extrude this shape through the middle. To begin, I'm going to use my rectangle tool. Creating a rectangle essentially right in here, so 38 by 6. 38 is my width. I hit enter. Now it switches to that height, and my height is 6. I'm going to hit escape, either on the keyboard or right click that escape option, just so I can simply drag my numbers out of the way. Using again another rectangle from this point, right? So from this bottom left point, coming up, the width of this rectangle is 20. The height, once I hit enter, now it goes to my height. The height, right, so my overall is 32. This space is 16, so this line right in here, this rectangle, has to be 16 as well. I've got a circle that is 20 diameter, so circle directly from the middle, and I drag it out. And then I have another one in the middle here with a 6 millimeter diameter. Right? I'm not going to worry about trimming out everything, but I am going to worry about trimming out the middle of the circle. Right? So that when I extrude, that doesn't interfere with my extrusion. I'm going to hit my finish sketch. I like to do my extrusions from the isometric view. Clicking on extrude. Now, because I didn't trim out everything, I do need to select everything. And there's that top half. The top half has a extrusion of 16. All right. Next up, I'm going to create this bottom rectangle. The rectangle is 28, but you'll notice there's a little bit of overlap on each side. So to do that, I'm going to add a new plane. Right, plane function is up here. It says midplane, that's what I want. I'm going to go from my front to my back, and it gives me that plane directly in the middle. I'm going to do a new sketch on that plane. I want to be sure that I can start at that point. So up on top, we have a function called, where is it at? Project geometry. So I'm going to project just that point. Now when I go to create my rectangle, it'll highlight that point that I just projected. The rectangle height is 16 and the width is 52. Finish sketch. Go to my isometric view. The only difference with this extrusion from previous extrusions is that I want it to go both ways. So we have an option that says symmetrical here, right? And I want it to go 28. And hit my green check. Right, last thing to do is add a new sketch to the back. I'm going to start by free drawing this shape. And then I'm going to come back with my dimension tool and dimension things that I missed. So this dimension was 16. The dimension from the top to the bottom was 6. The dimension of this width in here is 6. And the dimension of this side was 11. All right, you can see that it's still not perfect, and that's because I'm missing a horizontal dimension in here. And so to fix that, I'm going to place a construction line in the middle, and now dimension from that construction line to my side directly at my midpoint, which in this case 28, half of 28, so 14, and it moves my object. Now I'm going to hit my finish sketch, go to my isometric view, and extrude this new shape, but I want to remove it, and I want it to come all the way through. And there is part number 5. Thanks.